welcome to our unnamed podcast having to do with making things. I think it's going to be the first of its kind and the best of its kind. I'm Gene. I'm the founder of Vocademy, the world's first education-focused podcast. It could be the world's first education-focused makerspace, and we're coming up with something great here. I think people are going to love it. My first guest is Mike from Jack of All Nerds podcast.
Yes.
Or is it a webcast? It's a podcast.
It's a little bit of everything, actually. Like, we do a live show on Sundays from 8 to 10 p.m. on chaoticradio.com. It's chaotic with a K. And then it's always available in a podcast form after the fact on our website, jackofallnerdshow.com.
And we love nerds because nerds are makers. The kind of people that come into our place here at Vocademy love to create and make things with their hands. We're mostly nerdy people. We're not sports people. We're not golfers. We love to make stuff. And this podcast, this webcast, is going to be all about the world of making things. Everything from industrial stuff like CNC machining, to sewing, to cosplay, to making robots and race cars and wedding dresses. And
as you can see.
Everything in between. Yeah, we have our garage sale set up here of all this stuff that was pretty much made here. And if we get pissed off enough, we even have our own 3D printed tables to flip. So we're looking forward to a lot of fun, a lot of good times, because we're going to have special guests, I think. We're going to have different topics every week. And we'd love to have you input on what to call this show. It's all about making.
Yes. Where can people message you to let you know what name they think the show should have?
I think Gene at Vocademy. Gene at Vocademy. VOCADEMY.com. Go there, check out our site if you want information. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm wearing a billboard right there, and this is what it's all about. How about we call it the Eat, Sleep, Make webcast? Because that's what our life is. We are the makers. We make the world go around. We don't study theory. We practice and we get good.
Absolutely. This is actually my first time here. You took me on a brief tour earlier. So what is, for maybe anyone who's watching for the first time that's not familiar, what is a makerspace?
A makerspace, the best way to describe what a makerspace is, like a gym. You know what a gym is. You got membership, you got classes, you got instructors, and you got equipment. But we're going to get rid of the treadmills and weights, and we're going to put in milling machines and woodworking equipment and sewing stuff and 3D printing and laser cutting and CAD and plastics and composites and vacuum forming. Basically, someone could walk in here, learn the skills that we offer, and create just about anything. The difference between our makerspace and all the others on earth is our education focus. We're not just going to teach you enough to use a piece of equipment and be dangerous. We're going to teach you as much as you want to know, from enough to use it well to all the way to make you an expert.
Okay. So what separates you from, say, like, because you already said you're not a school necessarily. Correct. Because of the way that you get to customize your own education, but what sets you apart from like a trade school, like, say, ITT Tech?
Well, ITT Tech, YO-Tech, yeah. We're not a trade school. We don't pretend to be. We don't have credentials. We don't have accreditations. Maybe someday, something to consider. The difference is when you go to a school, they tell you what to learn, when to learn, how much to learn. We completely flip that over. If you come through our front doors, you decide what to learn. You decide when to learn it. You decide how much to learn. In any one of a dozen subjects. So we'll take you from beginner to expert. But at the end, it's up to you to prove to the world that you've learned it. And in our world, I say, hey, look, I made this. And in my world of making things, you know, if you look at a beautiful painting, you know the artist is good. In our world, our paintings happen to be 3D printed and machined and sewn stuff.
Yeah. What got you started on all of this? Like, how did Vocademy come to be?
Oh, geez, it came out of frustration. I grew up a tinkerer. I made plastic models, I made airplanes. I loved making things. I was never destined for college. I could not get past pre-algebra. Didn't have the brains for math. So luckily at the time, I went to work for my father in his machine shop. And I learned a trade, I learned a skill. I learned how to make things. So I don't have an engineering degree, but I've engineered some amazing things in my life. Vocademy was born out of frustration because past 20 years, people have gotten rid of shop classes in school. Everyone goes to college. Nothing wrong with that, but what about the people that want to do something else? What about the college kids going into engineering? They don't know how to use screwdrivers. They're not going to be the best engineers. So this place was born out of frustration. This place was, if I fought for years to get shop class back into a school district, it's serving 100 kids. Vocademy serves everyone, the entire community, ages 8 to 98. So this place exists because it's something I would have dreamed of had I been, well, my entire life. A place for all of us to come together and collaborate and build amazing things. an innovation building, a business incubator, a dream garage, an R&D lab, and all in one place.
And what's your personal area of expertise in?
My background is design and machining,
Okay.
and a little bit of fabrication. So I can come up with a mechanical system to do anything you want it to do. I've built parts for satellites, I've built parts for race cars, I've built a machine that tests Sharpie markers. Because when you make Sharpie markers, you need to test them.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing looks like a Ferrari, and it's awesome. It's got thousands of components in it, and they all get along to test Sharpie markers. By the way, that thing inside, you know, the thing that holds ink inside a marker, it's called a tampon. I love sharing that piece of information.
That is disturbing information.
It
Thank you
is.
for that.
Just saying, you open up a marker, what's inside? Yeah, a tampon.
It's a tampon. All right. Well, I probably will never refer to it like that because I don't want to be like hit by my girlfriend. But that is good to know. And with Vocademy, you formed. I mean, you have your particular area of expertise, but you've formed a family of instructors who are all, you know, they have their specific fields.
Correct.
And they teach the classes.
And they're all going to be on the show talking about what they love to do. So yeah, 12 subjects. We're talking about everything from sculpting to CAD to machining to welding and fab to woodworking to vacuum forming. What else? Geez, 3D printing.
3D printing.
So yeah, someone could walk in this building, spend 4 hours in a class, learn 3D printing, and then become a member like at a gym. Come back, use our 3D printers to make whatever they desire. And if they're not sure what to make, we'll teach them CAD, computer-aided design, and we'll teach them how to draw things in 3D. So, I mean, look, there's not a school in Southern California that teaches 3D printing. That's insane. And we hope to bring Vocademy to every town in the country, and hopefully this webcast will be a way of getting our message out there that if you don't have a Vocademy in your town, find a makerspace. Go hang out with those people, because they're the most amazing people on earth.
And so when do like cardio shop classes start? Like
It's all over
just
the
like a
calendar.
gym. You just like
Yeah,
jog in
absolutely.
place
Look on the
while you
calendar.
use the
Yep.
machine.
Look on the calendar. Sign up for a class. Come take that class.
How does the and this sometimes is a touchy subject, but how does the cost of Vocademy shape up against, because college, I mean, like you said, schools suck, but they're also super expensive. So
Yeah, absolutely.
How does it the
Give you an
cost
idea.
for
Give you an idea. Membership in this place is $99 a month. For $99 a month, you can have access to almost $400,000 worth of equipment. As far as our classes, an average class is 3 to 4 hours, anywhere from $99 to $150. Right? That's incredibly affordable. If you want to learn 3D printing, it's one $130 class. If you want to get better at 3D printing, you take the next class, about the same price. If someone wanted to come in here and say, I want carte blanche, I want to take every class you offer, and I want access for the entire year, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, it's less than $5,000. I mean, can you imagine if that's your tuition, to have access to the lab of your dreams for $5,000? And we want to reach out to companies for sponsors, obviously, for the show,
Right.
and to sponsor people in the community to have access to this place. So if you're a company hurting for people that have hands-on skills, let's help sponsor those people through here. And when they're done with it, when we're done with them, when they're really good at it, they're all yours. Hire them.
And you guys, I mean, more than just instruction. I mean, you were showing me that you guys have the materials here
Correct.
that people can purchase to actually build and use the skills that you're giving them.
Absolutely.
Which is, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's convenience.
Mhm.
Look, someday I want to have a little daycare room. If the single parent wants to come with their kid, drop off the kid in the daycare room, and they can come tinker and play. If I get a parent in here with a 12 or 14-year-old, they put the 12-year-old in a class, and instead of sitting there like a little league parent yelling at the umpire,
Mhm.
while that kid's in school, in class, I mean, the parent can take a class too, or they can take a class together.
Mhm.
I mean, there's parents that bring their kids here for a kids robotics class, and the parents are like, is there an adult version of this class? We're like, yes, there is. Yes, there is.
All right. And I mean, I guess what would really set you guys apart is that, well, when they drop their kids off for the little play area, probably everything that's in that room for them to play with was probably built here.
Yes, absolutely. And they get a turn at making those things and building those things, yeah.
So, outstanding. Thank you for having me on for this.
Thank you for the
first
wonderful
episode.
questions.
No problem.
That's awesome.
It's just ignorance, really. That's all that leads me to ask these questions. So.
Oh, you'll be in here. You'll be absorbed into what we call the Vorg. You'll be in here building stuff you don't even know you're going to build. So,
And once again, where can everybody find this information?
Vocademy.com, like vocational academy, a place of learning skills. We're not a school. We're better.
Well, all right. Well, thank you again.
Till next time, come hang out. Every week's going to be better and bigger. Oh yeah, we have to wave. We were told to wave.